as a person, you have to ground yourself. You have to claim the place. You know, a lot of time we get to a place we're not sure who is there, what's there, but as soon as you're there, you want your presence to speak for you, not just anyone there speaking for you. Your own presence speaking for you. So when you get to a place, you can always claim this place. Whoever you're talking to, you're claiming the place. You're kind of being in the center, being in the middle of whatever you're about to do. So if you join me, just close your eyes, and if you don't like to close your eyes, you can lower your gaze and just concentrate on your heart. Before I start to talk, I'd like to acknowledge that I am on Treaty 6 territory, the traditional land of the Cree, the Saulteaux, the Sioux, the Dene, the Blackfoot Nation, and the homeland of the Métis Nation. I honor the enduring presence of indigenous people on this land, and I commit to the relationship rooted in respect, reconciliation, and learning. I also honor my own ancestors that have been on this land, that have really worked so hard to make Canada a place. I honor them, I respect them, and I say I am part of that truth and reconciliation for everyone, including Black community, the indigenous community, and people of color all together. So help me God. Okay. It is always good to kind of know that this land has gone through a lot of bloodshed, and we come into this land, we want to take this land for ourselves, but at the same time remembering those that owned the land before we came. So thank you for showing up today and taking time for yourself. Like, we've already done a lot of wellness, and I like that. And one of the things I want to say is that we all come from different places where we share common desire to live well and feel good. As people of color, our culture kind of make us feel like there is something we're doing right or wrong in so many cultures. And if you have any problem within that cultural domain, sometimes it's always good to find out where is that mindset coming from. Who in your family has told you about yourself in some ways or in another way? And we constantly need to remember that. And so when I want to ask people first before I start, when you think of mental illness in your own community, and please, this space is like we want to share that love and confidentiality in this place. We want to make sure we're guided by that oneness and unity to talk about things. When I don't want people to be judgmental and try to be as open-minded as possible. When you hear about mental illness, or when the concept of mental illness comes into your mind, in your family of origin where you came from, what is their thought when they talk about mental health or mental illness? What is their thought?
Taboo.
It's a taboo, yes.
They think it's drug-induced sometimes.
You're struggling.
Yeah, they think it's drug-induced.
It's drug-induced. Maybe you started using something.
Yeah.
What else has people heard from their own family? Yes.
In my place, I'm from Nigeria, so mental health is looked at something as spiritual.
That you're possessed by some spirit.
Yes. Witchcraft.
Witchcraft, yes. Like the witches really. Or like in some places, they say, oh, maybe your parents have committed some kind of hidden sin, and now they are now paying for that sin in some way. And all those things also become ways that makes us to feel like we don't want to talk about mental illness. So when things are not going well for us, when we're not feeling really at peace within our mind, we constantly start to struggle because we don't want to talk about it. So like you said earlier that people might say, oh, she started using some drugs. Or they might even ask you, are you drinking? Or are you using weed? Are you doing drugs in the corner? But one of the biggest challenges that happens with mental illness, it has to do with our brain. Our brain has the capacity to help us to survive every adversity in our life. We have different part of our brain. The brain is like the box that holds the body together. And there is a famous writer that says, you should take care of your brain as the way you take care of your bicep. If you're trying to lose weight, you're trying to be this, you're trying to be that, if you're not protecting your brain, you can constantly get yourself into that mental, like the imbalances of your mental health. And one of the biggest challenge we go through is a lot of us struggle with work. We're working, some of us are working at the same time going to school. Some of us are trying different things. You're doing 2 jobs, 3 jobs here and there, and you hardly have time for yourself. One of the things I always say to people is this. If you're gaining a lot of weight, you see yourself just gaining weight, you go to the gym, you just imagine what is happening in your brain. That your brain is not able to help you process things at all anymore. And that is when before you start focusing on weight loss, you want to focus on your brain, trying to give your brain what it needs. A lot of the things our brain needs is a moment where you can actually take care of yourself. Our brain needs a lot of sleep, because you imagine you have a car and you drive this car from here to Calgary, from the Calgary to Red Deer, from da-da-da, and you've never taken that car to see a mechanic in a long time. And sometimes the car turns on the light, check engine light, and you're still ignoring it. You'll be like, oh, I still can drive. Check oil light, you're still ignoring it. Check this, you're still ignoring it. And one day, you're going on the end day, and it just stopped. It just back up. You couldn't move. You can't go anywhere. You tried it. You have gas. You have everything, but it's not moving. Actually, the car engine is designed from our human brain. So our human brain is constantly needing help for it to struggle, to survive, to win, to lose, to gain, to lose. And everything about our brain becomes the most important thing we have to focus on. If your brain is doing what it's supposed to do, you won't gain weight. If your brain is doing what it's supposed to do, you would feel good all the time. If your brain is doing exactly what it's supposed to do, is working accordingly, you start to feel balanced. So the reason why we're here today is to kind of figure out some of the ways we can actually start to take care of ourselves, our brain, and understanding why we need to take care of our brain. Because we cannot be who we are today. As you're sitting down here, the ability to sit on the floor comes from your brain. The ability to do the Pilates you did today comes from your brain. The ability to walk comes from your brain. The ability to talk comes from your brain. The ability to see and smell and hear, taste, all of those things come from your brain. Your motor energy, your physical health is all tied to your brain. And that is why when you see, they say someone is brain dead, they can't move. Someone broke their spinal cord or something happened to them, they can't move because it's all connected to the brain. So I want you all to start to think of ways you can start to make changes for yourself from today about your brain. So I'm just going to talk about mental illness, like we said earlier. It's not the absence of illness, it's the balance. Mental health itself is balance. If we have a good mental health, then it means that we have balance. We have balance. There's no illness. There's no sadness. There's no anxiety. There's no depression. There's no feeling unsettling. There's no feeling of low self-esteem, low self-confidence. There's no feeling of inadequacy if we have a balanced mental health. But the absence of a balanced mental health is where you start to feel inadequate. You start to feel, oh, I am not enough. You start to feel comparing yourself to people on the internet. You start to feel, oh, I need to look like this in order for people to accept me. I need to be able to do this. That is why we start to struggle. We start to chase things that doesn't exist. So our mental health is like we have a total balance. Just imagine a child born today. That child has pure playing, like lots of balance, because they've not known they've not seen anything, and the parents are the only people that can help that child's mental health to constantly stay that way. if they are not neglecting the child, if they are not making the child to cry too much, then the child's mental health continues to balance up until the child reaches that age where they can walk, they can talk, they can do all sorts of things. But if a child is born with any sort of defect from their brain from the beginning, maybe a mother drinking while pregnant, or a mother using drugs or smoking and all those stuff, it affects the unborn child. And that child could be born with something that is not making the mental health balance from day one. So, so when we struggle emotionally, or we have a lot of struggle, it's not weakness, it's just to kind of come back, take it in and ask yourself, what is going on in my brain? What have I done to myself? A good example of how to check your mental health is to ask yourself a few questions. Today, have I drank a lot of water? Today, did I sleep well? Did I sleep at least, school of thoughts, they say it's good to sleep at least 8 hours a day. 8 hours a day. And not broken sleep, not like sleeping. So if you go to bed at a certain time, you have to sleep all throughout the whole hours, at least maximum 6 hours. For those of you that goes up to pee and all that stuff, but at least asking yourself, do I sleep well? If you are not sleeping well, then it's gonna become something, mental illness or mental imbalances in the making. So I know we all juggle a few jobs here and there, you go to work, you do all those things. We want to make sure we connect our mind, our body, and soul every day. And one of the best ways to connect our mind and soul, body and soul every day is to practice anything that works for you spiritually. And spiritually could be like maybe for those of you that goes to church, or you go to mosque, or you do all kinds of spiritual way. That's connecting to your body one way or the other. If you pray, you're doing lots of prayers. If you do like meeting up with friends, doing yoga, whatever you can do to kind of give you that moment of silence in the morning when you wake up. Like you're trying to kind of calm your body. And that best time of the day to calm our body, our mind, our brain, it's in the morning when you wake up. Before you start to get into the hustling and bustling of life, you've already ground yourself. So you can do mindfulness, which is about sitting down in a quiet place and just allowing your body to feel like how much you love it, how much you love your brain. You're talking to yourself, you can, like when we started earlier, you're telling your heart what you want, you're telling your body what you want, and you're connecting to your heart. And the other one is body, which is the body resting. You need to rest. You need to drink lots of water. I know a lot of Canadians don't drink water. We prefer to drink coffee, we prefer to drink pop or soda as people call it. But water is really good. In fact, if you drink so much water, your body will start to thank you every day. And you will start to go number 2 so easy. Anybody know what number 2 is? So when you drink water, you go number 2. You don't need laxative. You don't need the doctor to give you a prescription to help you go. If you're drinking lots of, and you're eating good food, not processed food. You're eating food that is made in your own kitchen, that is full of fiber, that is full of nutrients, that is full of vitamins, not processed food. I know a lot of us, when we come here newly, we start to go to McDonald's, we go to all these things, we eat and we eat, we don't even remember what we eat in our culture. And I want to tell you something. If something doesn't come from where you came from and you're eating it, you're destroying your body. You have to connect to the food that you were raised with, connect to the food that your ancestors eat. Because every time a tree is removed from a place and to another place, you notice that that tree sometimes doesn't grow anymore. As we are here, we've been removed from our home. Some of us came on our own volition, not that somebody removed you. You choose to come here, but you can continue to practice what they eat back home so that your body is still connected somehow and you're not in that imbalanced state all the time. Some of the food that grows here because it's what the people here eat. And the food that grows from where we come from grows where we come from because it's what we need. So the universe doesn't lie. We're put into a place for a reason, for a season. So we have to follow those to help our body feel better. And the last one is spirit. Being hopeful all the time. Have hope for yourself. Whatever you're going through at any point in time does not really define who you are. It's just a moment. Being hopeful as a person, because you know, as a people of color, we have that power in us. Everything you need to succeed has been deposited in you. The only time you try to change your mind is when you start to want to be something that you're not. And the moment you start to want to be something that you're not, that creates that clash for you, right? So having meaning and belonging. For us also now that are here, we came here because we wanted to belong, we wanted to have meaning. It was a good moment for us all to come together. And it's nice. If you can find moments like this all the time, I know life is busy, but if you can find moments like this all the time and come and join people like this and have fun, that would help you to kind of extend your life maybe 3 more years more, 4 more years more, 5 more years more. Because in everything we do, we're giving our body what it needs. So every time you wake up in the morning, the first thing is to put your feet on the ground and just thank yourself, thank your creator, whichever God you call on to. Because I always say people can call on to any God they feel attached and connected to, and then give that gratitude first, and then ask for that hope, ask for the meaning, ask for belonging. And allow your body to get into that place of what you want for the day. Making that intention. Today is going to be a great day. I accomplished everything I can today. You would say that to yourself. Today is a great day. I accomplished everything I can. If you're saying that to yourself as you go, today is a great day. I accomplished everything I can. Your body will actually accomplish it because you have said it without even before speaking to anyone else. You've already spoken to yourself. You don't want to wake up with anger or frustration or feeling, oh, today, like always rushing. That is why if you want to wake up in the morning, try wake up a little earlier. So that way it helps you to do all those things for yourself first before you start into the hustling and bustling of the day, and people are able to get you upset, or you're driving, someone drives into you, you get upset, you're driving, someone goes in front of you, you get upset, because you've not really set yourself in that tone of the day. If someone drives into you, you've done your mindfulness, you've done your meditation, you just say, God bless them, maybe they're in a rush. I am not in a rush. You keep driving until you get to your destination. We're all driving, we're not going to the same place. So you let them go, and you keep doing your own thing. On that note, I want to say, let's just close our eyes for a minute, and I'm just going to do quick meditation. Just 5 minutes. Close your eyes, and just allow yourself once again to feel gratitude for yourself for being here today, for taking care of your own wellness and your mental health. This is a good practice. A practice of intention, where you know for sure this was meant to be. You were not here by accident. You came here because you wanted to help your body, help your soul, help your spirit. And just say to your mind and soul, I am thankful. You can also say to your brain, thank you for giving me the capacity to be able to come here today. Thank you for giving me the capacity to be able to do what I did today. And asking your brain to continue to help you to do it all the time. Just not one day, but every day. And having that dedication and commitment to yourself. Having that dedication and commitment to your soul. Having that dedication and commitment to your body. Having that dedication and commitment to your spirit. And allowing yourself to know you're one. You're one with everything. You're one with your creator. You're one with all that is. You're one with life itself. You're one. There's no division. And just breathe into that thought. Take a deep breath into the thought. Allow your body to rest, relaxing into that thought. And take a deep breath in and out. Let's take another deep breath in and out. Take one last big breath in and out. And before we end the session, I want you to make one promise to yourself. One promise to yourself. That's starting from today, however little, this is what I'll be doing for myself to keep my mental health safe and to keep myself balanced all the time. It could be being kind to myself, it could be being loving to myself, it could be just being gentle with myself. However, whatever little you want to commit to it, and making sure you start to do it for yourself. And thank yourself for making that promise. And when you're ready, you can open your eyes. Thank you everyone for coming. I am so honored. I just thank each and every one of you